G'day, I'm Pitbull the Nut, that's me up front, and there's Chilly the cameraman, and you're watching Australianguy Films. So today was the most gorgeous day I've seen down here in San Miguel on my little beach, Pria dos Moinhos. I'm sorry guys, I keep pronouncing that wrong, but it's such a beautiful place. Down here by the beach, there's a cafe there on the left and a beach down here in the center. And it really is a beautiful beach. They even put ashtrays for us smokers, but unfortunately one of the things I've found down here on the beach is lots and lots of cigarettes. So as always, Chilly's excited to get down there, and he ran straight up to these kids down here. Hey kids, how you doing? It was great meeting you, and they all subscribed to my channel today, so I'll put them in the film. An amazing bunch of kids from Boston, Massachusetts, or somewhere over there in the States. They were really nice kids, and they liked Chilly, and they thought it was wonderful that Chilly does the filming for my YouTube channel sometimes. So I was over there playing in the water. It's the first time I went for a swim in the Atlantic Ocean, and it was absolutely gorgeous. Off to your left is the north, and up north there is no land between here and the Arctic Circle, so it's just beautiful, crystal clear, clean water that's been washed through nature's refurbishment for water station. And it's been up there and it comes back down again, and it's just beautiful. And today was absolutely gorgeous. This beach can get a little bit gnarly sometimes. There's a whole bunch of rocks in the water in the middle of it. On the right hand side where you see most of the people, that's just a beautiful beach. It is patrolled by lifeguards, so there's no fear that you're going to get out there and get in trouble and be on your own. And it has these two little rivers that run down from the hills up behind. If you look at one of my former videos, the Porto Famoso Praia dos Moinhos waterfall video, that's just a couple of 100 yards off the beach, up behind in those hills. And one of those rivers is Chilly's favorite spot. He goes down there and lays down every day, just up here, and he really enjoys this. Today I decided to go and have a lay down with him, and it was just super nice. And of course, here's our other subscriber from today. This young girl was really sweet, and she wanted to see Chilly's videos so much she went back to her little spot on the beach and got her phone, and she came back and she subscribed on the spot. And as you know, I really appreciate subscribers. I've only got about 140 something subscribers, and I need 1,000 subscribers for a number of reasons, but mostly is because I've always had the idea of finding beautiful places like this and live streaming a 12-hour full day program of what it's like in a different place in the world. For those of you that are stuck in the city and don't get a chance to come and visit places like this very often, I'd like to fill that little gap for you and just put a fixed camera and capture whatever happens in front of that camera for the day. And I get to some interesting places. I've been traveling since 1996. This is my 45th country I've visited. I had planned to stop here for a couple of days because it was an accidental stopover. But as it turns out, I met Joe and Rosa at the airport in Boston, and they offered me a place to stay that is just spectacular. I'm sitting here right now editing this video, looking at the ocean 100 meters away, listening to kids play. I have bats flying around on the roof of the house in front of me, and except for a little bit of traffic, this really is a super beautiful spot. Chilly seems to love it here, although he doesn't actually stay here on the property with me. He's found a way onto the neighbor's yard next door, and there's a nice flower bed there that he's found his way in underneath the flowers, and he spends most of his day over there in the cool. When he's not over there in the cool, we go down the beach and we lay down here in the river, and he is quite an attraction. Being such a gentle dog, it doesn't take people long to realize how calm he is and that he's not going to get up to no good. And then the kids come over here and swarm him many days. There we are, checking out my channel and smashing that subscribe button. It's all pretty new to me, this YouTube thing, so I kind of get a kick out of it when people are interested enough to do it there and then. What to talk about? This is always my problem on these videos. I know that I'm making them a little longer than I should, but which part of the footage should I throw out? There goes a delivery truck. There's only 2 places in this town. There's a little cafe that sells burgers by the beach and a restaurant up on the main street. So I have lunch in one and dinner in the other, and they're kind of fantastic up there. Down this end of the beach, there's never very many people. The other end of the beach, they actually rake up all the seaweed that you can see, so it's much cleaner than this end of the beach. But this end of the beach is Chilly's favorite. He has that cave down at the end of the beach that he always wants to visit every day. He goes in there, and there's a couple of rocks that are covered in bird poop, and he goes over and gives them a daily sniff. Not quite sure why. Here's the other stream that comes out of the mountains behind the beach, and quite often I find kids in here building dams, so they have little swimming holes, and Chilly loves to find those and have a bit of a dip. So we're on our way back down the beach. Usually when I'm walking down the beach here, I pick up cigarette butts. I am a smoker, but I keep my cigarette butts. My pockets are full of them, and it's sad to know that this beach actually supplies ashtrays when you come down on the beach, but I always find there's tons and tons of cigarettes being dropped on the beach. And between the cigarette butts and the microplastic I'm seeing floating in along the shoreline, they're the only problems I have with this place. Other than that, it's pretty much picturesque perfect. This little girl was a little bit nervous because Chilly's so big, and I can understand that. To some little people, Chilly must just seem like a huge lion. But he is calm. He's never done anything except maybe beat someone up with his tail. Even this lady lying on the beach had to put a hand out and give Chilly a pat as he walks by. So Chilly had enough, and he let me know, and so we took off back up towards the house. Now, one of the things that I really love about this place here in Portugal is the old buildings. Porto Formoso, which this is right on the edge of, but still part of. There's about a mile and a half gap between them. It was established in 1509, which to me is kind of amazing. That makes it a whole half millennium and a decade old, which for me is just mind-blowingly old. That's incredible. In fact, this island was founded in 1444. And that's kind of, I'm not real good with history, but that sounds to me like crusaders were still crusading back then, which was a long time ago. Plenty of fresh water on the island, plenty of hot springs to soak yourself in. I highly recommend that if you're looking for a place to go for a holiday and you don't want nightlife and noise and bothersome things before it's destroyed by millions of tourists, the Azores Islands, and I only have experience in São Miguel, but it's just beautiful. It's fast becoming one of the top 10 places I've traveled in the world. But anyway, that's the end of the video for today. We're going back for a shower, wash the salt off, and get to editing. If you like this, hit the subscribe button, share it if you want, drop a comment in the comments.